Let's go guys, game pertama Grand Final ya. Antara tim Evil melawan Nip Flash. Hadess kocak pakai Fanny, Boyet pakai Hayabusa.
Game number 1. Evil needs to take this one if we want to have a good game in our hands, because looking at what Team NIP Flash has drafted, it looks pretty scary as well.
Yeah, a lot of rotation speed, especially coming from Diablo, and the fact that EXP laners now, they need to proc to the wave and start that rotation. Diablo already cleared his wave. He's got a concussive blast, so that's going to help him quite a bit in the early game. That's Ken on the Ruby, so powerful on the Gacha. It's going to be a little bit tougher in the early game.
Diablo pakai
Sayla from the Fanny if Hadess decides to make a move. Look how deep Diablo is. He knows that the limits of that hero. He knows how to play around the iframes that is presented to him. So he's not really too scared. But the fact that he's moving around so fast, it just shows the rotation potential of a speedy assassin / fighter.
Now, of course, one thing's for sure, I actually wanted to talk a little bit about this, but hold on a second, JPL seems like he's into something.
JPL getting terrified right there, first blood.
Langsung mati bos, gelo.
It's just punishing the aggression that comes out from JPL. Powerful does the same aggression as JPL, and I think Jay's mentioned it in the previous game, that JPL likes to just give information, give some intelligence.
Hitung-hitungannya pemain sepuh semua guys. Diablo, Sayla, Ken, JPL.
Now, of course, we didn't really quite manage to talk a little bit about the mage pick coming in between these two teams. One thing's for sure is that NIP Flash definitely stole away that Aurora from Evil, as usually when it comes down to looking at a Tigreal, you will love a far
shadow kill onto Diablo. Diablo sneaks away, can't flickers forward, doesn't connect.
Ini Diablo mahal.
The one, the casualty from the side of Team Evil.
Went a little bit too deep, but the fact that Aurora was picked up presents the passive, creates a second life, so the immortality, quote unquote, is going to happen a little bit earlier. But the fact that Evil is able to maintain the economy difference that much early and powerful, ramping up the aggression down the purple buff.
Okay, here we go. That's a knock up as well. Eternal Guard recommitted by Sayla. Diablo tagging onto Sayla. Sayla doesn't really have a lot of mana to work with, but at the very least, NIP Flash pushes Evil out of their jungle so that Hadess picks up a purple.
This is so smart, right? Diablo is acting like the second roamer of NIP Flash. He's always around the map.
Boyet still takes the turtle away.
Hadess kocak.
Diablo, the Hell's Mary coming up from Curtizy right there. Was able to just raise on some damage, but NIP Flash losing the turtle.
Diablo.
There is absolutely no way. The turtle definitely went over to the side of Evil, but NIP Flash definitely understood just what kind of durability that they have onto their side. As such, taking up this turtle is no problems at all. They did lose it though, but at least they didn't lose anything else other than the turtle.
Going back to my point about Diablo's Cho, look how fast he rotates around the map. He's in the mid lane. He's around the purple buff. You would think that JPL would be the protector, but Hadess, cables in, cables out. No commitment just as of yet.
It's gonna be still a very early part of the game where Evil, you can very clearly tell, Powerful is getting a lot of information onto NIP Flash. Very reminiscent to what he has done before when he was playing the Cho. But in this case, he knows that there is definitely some form of durability, and of course, he can definitely go for a couple of kills here and there. So he's not too afraid of NIP Flash. But in the meantime, JPL playing on the Tigreal, you can definitely tell that durability is one thing, but if you go in a little bit too deep, you don't necessarily have any form of mobility to kind of dip yourself right out.
Looking at the damage dealt, Powerful just constantly poking the members of NIP Flash. Ken tries to get a proxy because he knows that Diablo's not around. And I think Diablo's high rotation speed and being around that map, trying to force fights away from Vanix. And we talked about this before the game, that Vanix needs that space to be able to hold that lane and try to get his core items before joining in the team fight. So in the early game though, it's not too much of a problem as of yet.
When it comes down to positioning, Evil doesn't give NIP Flash any form of that attention.
Hadess. Enak banget itu.
A lot of damage, but Powerful. Team Evil is actually going out. That's a triple kill from the side of Team Evil. The Revitalize!
Gila.
The Revitalize is what really kept the entire team of Evil intact.
Mahang.
Just as of that, we have a replay, so we have to watch this one. So I know
karena cecenya Sayla ya guys ya.
The Glacier Prison as well. Ken gets kicked back, and the rest of the team responds. But the Avatar, the Avatar Guardian and the Revitalize kept Ken alive, so you have a little bit more damage, and Boyette uses the Shadow Kill.
Tapi cacanya banyak memang guys ya.
The other main thing is the fact that Sayla was in a very good position to stay safe. The entire time, there were just 3 people in front lines and just getting hit on by Hadess. But Sayla was safe. He managed to land a very nice Horrify that made sure the Hadess don't deal any more crucial damage to the rest of the team, allowing Powerful popping the Revitalize to keep the entire team intact.
I think it's the mix of the Horrify as well as the taunt from Powerful.
Yeah.
Just protecting Ken from inevitable doom. Now,
Hadess.
Powerful ramping up the aggression as he should.
Nah itu guys.
Keeping the purple buff
Itu
safe.
gunanya
This is a
GPL guys ya.
Try to force a lot of the rotations towards Hadess so that Diablo, even if he can find a pick off, it won't amount up to anything.
Remember, we always have this question in our head, is the fact that Evil have always been very strong in the early stages of the game, even when it comes down to the lower bracket finals. But when it comes down to this game, what do you need to say?
Once again, finds Phoenix and will be assassinated. This guy's on the roll right here. Ganking left and right, and also picking up kills. Phoenix unable to survive that one.
Boyette already has the Sky Piercer. This guy's going to ramp up his aggression and momentum as well. So talk about scary. I think the fun fact was foreshadowing something, huh?
We're looking at something, definitely. But when it comes down to Evil, they themselves understood that they have got something in mind.
Hadess, will we try to do the same over to Markyyy? Powerful doesn't connect up the Avatar the Guardian, but Markyyy is down a little bit low. Hadess cannot find the assassination. This is a big problem for NIP Flash.
It's a very smart move by Markyyy, using the Zaman Force to get that shields from his auto attacks, just to keep himself alive. And right now, the turtle getting spawned up, the 3rd turtle of the game, and Ken is already there. Evil making a beeline for that turtle.
Let's not forget that an agility of a hero definitely makes a difference to Fanny's assassination. If you're gonna have to deal with someone that have got unlimited dashes during the duration of the Zaman Force, it's really gonna be difficult for any form of Fanny to be able to land all of these spins.
I like the rotations coming up from Sayla as well as Powerful. They know that you want to keep that turtle safe, but hold on.
Boyette secures the turtle for himself, goes into Shadow Kill, dives onto Curtis, Bridge Glacier, wasn't connect. Evil taking through all 3 turtles.
We are looking at NIP Flash that actually have got their back against the wall. They don't have a lot of farm that is really working for them. In fact, we are looking at a 2,000 gold deficit for the side of NIP Flash. And of course, when it comes down to itemizations, we are looking at Fanny that managed to get a blade of the Hadess, slowly building into the next item on the road. But unfortunately, when it comes down to durability, talking about the Tigreal, with only 2,700 gold to his name, the best thing that he have is a silence robe. So he can't be durable enough to really just open up the map and just absorb all the hits from the side of Evil.
Yeah, if you have a Fanny on your team, you really want that Fanny to snowball, especially in the early game. But Fanny's, or Hadess is basically finding it hard to get an assassination onto any one of the members of Team Evil. If you want to go for Markyyy, he just dances his way out of it. You want to go for Sayla, well, Powerful's there for backup.
Doesn't say, oh.
Buset, Diablo.
This man, already 6 kills. It's gonna scale out of control right here. NIP Flash has to find something.
Thunderbelt udah diamankan oleh Powerful ya.
Oh, hold on a second. Sayla tries to work assassination, and he finally gets it. Curtis will be the one doing that. Burns the flicker right there. JPL goes to implosion, and the Markyyy receiving most of the damage. Here comes the freeze. Powerful
Markyyy,
but would not be able to save. 2 men from the side of Team Evil goes down.
Very smart move, forcing out the Purify right before the implosion and securing the kill onto Markyyy. That's going to be a big one. And then the trade from Vanix up on the top side. Notice how Vanix is not going to be in the fights as of now, but NIP Flash really banking on that late game. They have that strategy where in the mid to late stages of the game, Vanix will be hyper protected by JPL as well as Curtis. So a 3-2 and letting Hadess do his thing. Diablo though, I'm not feeling the presence of that Cho in this stage of the game.
Well, I suppose that it's just about time for Diablo to eventually just pop out, right? When it comes down to isolating someone, the main thing that see.
Oh, that was a shadow kill from
Hampir
Boyette
aja,
onto
guys.
Hadess. Hadess still managed to get on away, but Boyette's the one that's receiving most of the damage. Now NIP Flash, they're starting to get a bit of a foothold, but they need more.
Bort spawned up. Just really curious how Evil wants to play this, because NIP Flash, they don't really like to take these big team fights. They want to go for a lot of these lane split pushes, and I'm not seeing the macro play coming up from NIP Flash.
Well, the bottom lane is definitely going to be slightly pushed out by Hadess. So at least when it comes down to cross-map plays, that is something that NIP Flash could do. They need to respond to this if they do not want to give away a free tier 1. But Evil doesn't seem like they're exactly walking towards it. They're still having a very strong domination over the river line, and specifically over to the northern side where the Lord resides.
Well, JPL showed himself already. I think he's waiting for a right opportunity. His flicker is 20 seconds. NIP Flash knows that power spike. I'm gonna wait for the battle spell to get that reset.
Lord pertama guys ya.
Lays together, Markyyy trying to pull that Lord towards their side.
Hadess stepping forward towards the mid part of the map will show themselves already. Team Evil trying to bait something out of NIP Flash. One mistake could be anything, and Ken will be able to grab on the JPL, burst him down. And that's also going to be Diablo all the way in the back line, trying to find something to work. That's okay. Jikundova on the other way around. Shadow kill to try to drag Vanix, but the Lord is down low, and Curtiz still picks up Ken. Boyet somehow, somewhere takes the Lord away from NIP Flash. NIP Flash goes down.
Boyet deep in enemy territory. Diablo just living on a sliver. They haven't seen Vanix as of yet. All this time, Vanix just happily playing Farmville. And Evil, they lost that Lord, but they took down 2 in that process. Props to Curtiz, he's been playing a hell of a game, 4-0-0 with that Frigid Glacier just to steal that Lord. Let's take a look at how things went down with the instant replay. So, Diablo actually got that kick onto Markyyy, but Markyyy immediately pops that Purify. Notice where Diablo is. You get that Purify, Diablo is trapped in a tough spot. He's already got the Winter Crown. So, yeah, I think if Markyyy would have been caught a little bit later, that would be it for the side of Team Evil. But the magic of team fights keep continuing to show.
Yeah, NIP Flash cannot resolve this illusion, this magic that Team Evil somehow, somewhere get it, and now they're sending a Lord down bot.
The magic of team fight. Let's not forget about what we call evil. They have the evil magic. And even when it comes down to the playoffs, that is exactly something we want to see.
Powerful, that's a free Frigid Glacier right underneath the turret. This is exactly what NIP Flash needed. That's going to be powerful. And Ken, take it down. Hadess, right for the spin right here. We'll be able to find Sailor right there, but gets slowed down just a little bit. Goes down though. Markyy's on for JPL implosion onto him. And Vanix will be there to pick up that kill, but with the help of his teammates.
Oh, it's not over yet with the Winter Crown. Saves him
just a little time. Boyet is just way too crazy on this Hayabusa. Now with the Endless Battle, he's gonna exponentially kill everybody.
The returning trajectory of the shurikens from the side of Boyet is the one that eventually killed JPL. Definitely great timing when it comes down to shooting all the shurikens out. But unfortunately, now Evil, they only have got 1,300 gold advantage. It's definitely still an advantage, but they gotta have to thread real carefully because NIP Flash is definitely starting to threaten that economy that Evil has.
Vanix ball is hitting like a truck at this point. And I think NIP Flash understands how Evil likes to play. They know that Evil can't take down the turrets. They always have trouble finishing out games and taking down major objectives like the lanes. And I think they're baiting Evil to come in, come at me, bro. And then they just counterattack with Curtiz's Glacial Prison because Vanix is already online.
That's Diablo getting taunted up. Purple buff stolen by Boyet. This is so infuriating if you're Hadess.
You definitely do not have any form of proper mobility as a Fanny now that you don't have any purple buff. Information is definitely going to be key, and especially, let's not forget about this. The Lord will be coming up in 20 seconds. So the moment that NIP Flash realizes, hey, we don't have a lot of farm to work with, and let's not forget about the fact that our Fanny is kind of grounded Fanny. There's no way that we're going to be contesting the contesting the Lord.
Hadess do something right there. Markyyy just dodges, lands on his armor force, dodges right across the wall.
They didn't play a split push.
Yeah, they're not letting Hadess go on the offside, but they're leaving Markyyy alone, and Markyyy kind of knows this. They got a glimpse of Diablo. Diablo goes back into that Lord. I think they're trying to bait that Fanny out, but it doesn't really matter because Hadess can just cable his way towards that major objective.
Just probably a little bit more until Evil will be able to get themselves in the right time. But unfortunately, they can't take their own sweet time as well, as they need to remember that the lack of purple buff from the side of NIP Flash is definitely one of the main advantage that they have.
Shadows kills.
Hadess.
That's the jungle from the side of NIP Flash gone.
They're waiting to pull the trigger. They know JPL has that flick.
JPL in motion.
Nice banget.
pushing, and Evo will capitalize on it. Markyyy goes in, he's having so many summon force at the same time. Manipulation doesn't really come anything. Khaleesi goes into massive as well. Goes on the chase. Phoenix, unkillable, was killed by Evo.
There's 3 down. The Lord's wide open. They want to make a beeline. Ken trying to find Khaleesi right there. There's no way for him to get out alive. Diablo's the only one back left. And Evo, not only just they win the team fight, they also take the Lord. Oh man, Boyette playing a heck of a game. 10-1 and 2 on this Hayabusa. He knows his target. Once I take down Hadess, I'm gonna go straight for Vanix. No damage dealers, no problem. NIP Flash backs against the wall. 3,500 difference.
That's the impact that we wanted to see from the side of Evil. Now that they have a single ballista just marching in and taking down the tier 1s, there could be a very high probability they can just
The core is being targeted by the side of Team Evo, but they only have one wave.
Look
Members on the side, NIP Flash.
Hadess.
Hadess, what are you doing there?
Hadess kocak. Wow.
Cracks open top side, and now he goes on the back door. No way! No, he can't do this. No way.
Oh man, my heart, this is good. This game one, guys.
This is just
wow.
Evo, Hadess, NIP Flash.
Wow.
Hadess went all the way to the other side to buy some time.
But now 30 seconds
amazing.
Down. They don't have Hadess, they don't have damage dealers right now. They have to protect the
Wah, tabrak gak sih? Tabrak gaming gak sih, bro?
Evil, they always have trouble.
Tabrak gaming gak sih?
They're making it very hard for Evil to do so.
And now, unfortunately, Evil have got a broken down inhibitor turret in the bottom lane. But luckily, they will respond in kind by taking away the inhibitor turrets in the top lane as well. 2 very heavy lanes, one for NIP Flash and one for Evil. Evil definitely want to have even more heavier lanes. And right now, Baron Wasteland.
Hadess coming up very soon. That's on the shallow kill at the same time.
Waduh, walah Diablo. Wah, parah si Diablo.
JPL is trying to look for something as well. Evil slowly in, but they're chipping.
Diablo mati, bro. GG guys.
And Evil takes game number 1.
Dibalikin. Weh, kalem bang. Baru game pertama. BO 7 ya. BO 7 bang, nggak usah teriak-teriak dulu.